It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso on S3, and we want everyone to live their best lives. But stress, it is a reality. And when life gets too much to handle and stress piles on, we often experience a decline in our physical health. So learning how to handle stress by living positively is important. And life coach Kirsty Malmed, she is here to explain how it is done. A great day, especially given that it's World Sleep Day. A lot of people often can't sleep because of the amount of stress that they have. But I'm happy we are here to unpack this topic. Kirsty, can you tell us a little bit more, in a nutshell, how would you define stress?
I think stress is our body's reaction to any kind of perceived threat that's going on in our environment.
And what are some of those common triggers for stress?
So I think the key word there is perceived threat, which means that our body can't tell the difference between a real threat and a perceived one. So, I mean, stress is really relative to each of us. You know, for me, getting ready for this morning during load shedding was stressful.
Yes.
For you, maybe that wouldn't be. But I mean, in any area of your life, whether it's your relationship, your work, you know, are you going to get that promotion? Are you going to meet that deadline? Are things going okay in your family, in your friendship circle? Is your health doing all right? Are you getting enough sleep? You know, all of those things can become stressors in our life.
Definitely. Now, the thing that fascinates me is stress. It's not something you can... how can I say, it's not tangible, but it's something you feel, and it often manifests physically through people. How are some of the ways that, you know, it does manifest in people?
Yeah. So I think the thing to understand about stress, our body's response to stress, I should say, is that it has to do with our nervous system. And now, specifically, it's a thing called the vagus nerve, which is a bundle of nerves that goes from the brainstem to every single major organ in our body. So if our response to stress is connected to every organ in our body, then it stands to reason that if you're experiencing stress long-term, every day, all the time, you're going to start to feel the effect of that throughout your body. There's such a huge connection there. So, you know, your diet, your digestive system will be affected, your sleep will be affected, your skin can break out, your joints can start to ache. Like, there's just so much that can go wrong in the body as a result of prolonged stress.
I can imagine. And I mean, some people have been stressed, especially given everything we've gone through with the pandemic and how life has just bounced back to normal, or perhaps there's financial stress for a lot of people. When do they realize, because, you know, we all have aches and pains, when do you actually think people could connect the dots and be like, hang on, stress is also contributing to that?
Yeah. Well, look, any kind of journey begins with awareness. And so I think we get used to things being hard and things being achy and like that lingering headache that you've had for months, that we get so good at adapting to discomfort that at some point there will be a realization, that awareness of, hey, this isn't normal, this isn't okay, I don't have to feel this way. And that's when I would urge you to dig a little deeper and go, what is causing this? What is my body trying to tell me? Because the body always has the last word. The body always will tell you when something is wrong in the ecosystem of your life.
And the body knows best. Now, I know that stress, naturally, we know that also affects a lot of people mentally. And having a positive mindset is one of the ways it's the approach people use to, you know, combat stress. What are some of those ways where people can be, you know, a bit more mindful and put that into practice?
Yeah. So because stress is about perceived threats, it's really about challenging your perception. Challenge your frame of reference. So when something feels stressful to you, firstly, get to know how that does feel in your body. What happens? Like, how do you begin to behave? How do you react when you are under stress? Begin to notice that, and then challenge it and say, is that really true? You know, is my kind of fear story around this situation really going to happen, or am I just creating a fantasy in my mind? So begin to reframe those stories that you're telling yourself. Begin to notice what that inner dialogue sounds like, because we also put ourselves under so much stress.
We do.
By being really critical, and try and have that like glass half full approach as opposed to glass half empty. So, find the gratitude, lean into gratitude, try and see what's going right, but also acknowledge how you are feeling, because it's okay for things to be hard. It's hard. Life is hard because it's hard.
Yes.
So acknowledge that and feel gratitude for what, is going right, and lean into that more and more.
Well, I love that. And I mean, any physical tips that you perhaps have for those who might feel like, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I've been tapping into the gratitude. I'm struggling with some indigestion. How can they release a little bit of stress?
Okay, so first and foremost, and I probably say this every time I come on here, deep belly breaths. Take a deep breath all the way down to your belly and do that a few times until you begin to feel calmer. This will work with your nervous system, move you into that calm state, so that when you are triggered in the moment, you begin to kind of get back into your parasympathetic nervous system, which is what you want. You can also go and move your body, because all those stress hormones that are flooding your system need to be burnt off. So go for a walk, go for a run, do some yoga, put on your favorite song and have a dance party. Do something to allow that stress to move through the body.
Amazing. I love that. I absolutely love that. And remember the deep belly breaths. I just did it now while Kirsty was talking, and already I'm feeling so much better. Kirsty, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having
and
me.
I hope you enjoyed that, because we are in the business of living life positively, but you need to be in top health in order to really enjoy life's pleasures. It's time to take care of our health from the inside out.
Not only is ADCO MAYOGEL giving you the chance to live your life without the burn, they're also giving you the chance to be a winner of 5,000 Rand in cash. All you have to do is answer the weekly competition question on the Expresso Facebook, Instagram and Twitter pages. Don't forget to include hashtag ADCO MAYOGEL and hashtag enjoy life without the burn. T's and C's apply. Competition will be run by Cordova but sponsored by ADCO MAYOGEL.